What's good, YouTube? The one only Antman here on the Wiseguys channel with the one, the only.
Birds are chirping.
Except they're not chirping. We're playing Centurion. This is just the profile. I didn't actually play. I played something else and got smoked today. So, you know. But yeah, it's very, very good. I think this is in the right spot. We're doing like a side by side. But yeah, Centurion is very, very good. It's about to change even more. So, like, this is just a template. Without further ado, I'm going to start. Shout out to the Euro prints, though. I have my own rarity, and this just looks so much better than my deck. So, shout out to Antman for this. But Premier searches a Centurion card. It's the Stratos of the deck. It's a spellcaster that's going to be relevant. But most importantly, it's a tuner, which is awesome. Can special summon themselves out of the back row as continuous traps. So you can mix like Eldritch with them. Antman is an Eldritch player, so I know he loves that.
Oh yeah, well, we got the spice coming, but we waiting for a list. I ain't gonna lie, we waiting for a list, or we waiting for a cookie
Guardian is a level 8. Triple Trudea. Again, I feel like you should just be more conservative with this card and conservative with the following one, which we'll go ahead and lay it out there. Because they're both really, really good. They're both really, really important. But you don't have to burn this all the time. And it's not a combo by itself where these two are. And so that's why you have to kind of form the deck the rest of the way like that. And without further ado, we're going to get into the rest of the deck. Shout out to them, though. Amazing starters, and it's about to change again because they, you know, you got the gargoyles and all those crazy cards coming out. This deck is about to change again. Triple Ash Blossom, triple Nib. Not playing full combo today, so there's no Veilers in here, you know, or half full combo. 3 Droll. Again, hand trap stuff is about to shift. Other techs are about to come into this is like the end of the format stuff. But I mean, these get the job done. And you know, you got more hand traps back here. But you know, drop those out of there. But from there, we got to really talk. So with Trismegistus, you have a full extension. So this is a spellcaster and a tuner. And if you remember, he's also both a spellcaster and a tuner. So this is where we kind of found this. Now, obviously, you want to kind of play this when a lot of this stuff starts getting hit. You want... Sorry. A lot of this stuff is going to start getting hit. So then it's like there's going to be more space in the deck. And there's not going to be quite as much stuff when you got Gargoyle and all this. So this is like what you can try out. But also with the extra deck, you have to kind of sacrifice Super Poly, which is, you know, it kind of stinks. But this card also, I want to play other Magistus cards because this can tribute itself off and just run up on your opponent and then just make a whole another like Wombo combo board, another rank 4, another whatever in the world. And then obviously being able to pull them back out of the grave. This can pull back out of the grave. It's like Wolf Barkish, I guess. It's just, it's being able to equip as well, but it's just all kind of works together. But this is like another crossout, so it's like you're playing crossouts in here. We're going to go ahead and show these up first. You're playing crossouts. This is like 4th crossout, 5th crossout. If they imperm this, okay, cool. You know, or if they imperm Trudea, pardon me. If they imperm Trudea, you're like, cool, special. If you only open this and this, okay, special. Keep going. Isn't that another cross? You know, it's like you have to win interactions. That's one of the ways. And this is just a nutty card anyway. Makes me want to go back and read all the damn Magistus cards, which you definitely need to do. 3 Bonfire, because Bonfire is Bonfire. 3 stand-up Centurion, because Antman's stand-up Centurions look better than mine, because these are clearly Euro print, and I can tell. Shout out to Bonfires, though. 3 Oath. The only card that actually locks you, and you're trying to remember what locks you, this is what locks you. I like to set the trap a lot, and then make sure my opponent can have to fight through another interruption, and then fight through another legation, being able to special summon. You know, like, I like to grab the trap a lot off of this.
Yes.
Double talents. It's self-explanatory. Called by the Grave. Terraforming. bonds and phalanx. Again, the trap card is better than people think, and especially stuff like cash, and they put a Shangri-La on the board, they lost.
And the other thing I'll mention here for Phalanx, when you banish Phalanx to bring back Legadia, it drops it by 1500 attack, but that makes it indestructible because Legadia says monsters you control that are 2000 or less attack can't be destroyed by battle.
People never read cards. Little small interactions like that, they'll get frustrated and be like, wait, what? You know? Yep. So there's a lot of little wild interactions. Before we get into this, I did want to talk about the side. This is just an idea. Off stand-up Centurion and other cards that you can like discard and pitch stuff. And if you want to play like the horror stuff, this is just this version. It's just something you need to consider because pitching this. Oh, okay. I make synchros. Yeah, right on. Well, this is in my hand. Until they hit this, which they haven't, and this amazing card, which, you know, one day Harpies is going to be the best deck again, you know. Give us that Divine Winds field spell back. Antman's over here busting nothing back. But no, it's just something I'm messing around with. You don't need to do that. You could just do this. You could just play thrust into this. This is just like, I can just go grab it immediately. So yeah, you can't actually tutor stuff. You know?
Yeah, like you'll never play this, but in end phase it searches this. It searches up to 3 Harpy cards.
Up to three, which should let you know. And then, you know, the MVP of all MVPs. You know, people still don't understand this card is that good. So you know, shout out to Antman.
Exactly. Because let me explain this. So you have cards, okay? Special summon, effect. Let's get rid of your Fenrir. Let's bounce that back to your hand. So special summon again.
That mainly has been what has been happening for me, and that's why I started recommending it to everybody around here. Because you run into Fenrir and Shangri-La, and you're like special alpha. Well, you know the board was like summon limit Shangri-La, and it was Shangri-La, Fenrir, and summon limit was set. And I had a Cyclone, and well, I just won the game. Special. They finally flipped the summon limit. Okay, Cyclone, keep going. You know, so this card is nutty. You don't have to play it. You can play horror stuff, but like going second, this is a nutty tech.
And it's level 8.
And it's level 8, and it can special summon itself twice, even after it bounces. This card is just meant for this deck. The Bestials, just to make the Synchro 10s, and the white people's lights and darks out. And you can light and dark Bestial banish yourself. So you know. If it gets rough like that and hard out here in these streets, just know you can do that. And then triggers the field spell, don't forget. Because when you special. Play summon limit until it's backwards. And Harpy's Feather Duster. The extra deck is the coolest part of this deck because this is the new Artifact Scythe, essentially. But it's not as good as Artifact Scythe, you know, it's in theory. So again, and I'm gonna let Antman kind of highlight these because we talked about this where he saw me playing the deck and he's like he picked the deck up and then we all started testing the, like circles and other stuff like that and it's like man, this deck is fire. But
all right, so Zoroa is the main one right here. So this is a walking one-sided skill drain for your opponent. So and by I mean by that is so when it's synchro summoned, you can put one of these equipped it to this. And whatever equipped is in the back row, your opponent monsters can active effect of that type. So the fire deck, bunch of links, Goblin Biker, other Exceed decks, Pearly, any fusion deck that's out there, Sword Soul, Centurion, they can't activate anything.
And then you got the Tetrary effects, the Snatch Steal. No, go ahead.
You know, but you're right though. Snatch Steal, Regeki. This one can add a spellcaster back from the grave, so Primera or Zora. And then there's funny thing about Zora too. And then this right here can search Zora from the deck since it's the only Magistus monster. And then if you combo this with Zora, you literally can have 2 of these out. And if your opponent's playing a dual extra deck combo deck, you shut both of them out the water.
So it's not, like I said, it's not, the power level isn't quite Artifact Scythe, but hey,
it's close enough.
It's close enough. It's decent. It's good, you know. So that's all of them. I think Shadow's Light is going to be the dominant thing next format, but this will win some matches where you're going to be like, oh, you know, you can catch people and be like, oh, crap. And you can stop short on the combos. Pardon me for a split second, but you can be like normal, this guy, and then they're like, oh, Imperm or something. You're like, oh, okay, Trish Magistus, you start playing it. You know, you special out Premier, you keep going, you get into this. If you know what they're playing, you can just go into it. If you don't know what they're playing, you can just set up like Shadows Light type stuff if you wanted to start playing that, and they already have negates. And then on their turn, hit them with this and then equip this. And then it's like they're not going to play at all.
Nope.
So this is just a theory, but it's still like, hey, this isn't horrible. Let me really work on this. And Magister's cards are very, very strong. So I definitely need to read some more. And moving on to 2 is correct. I think sometimes I'm a jerk and I play 3. So do what you will with that. But Legacia is just a really, really powerful card. This deck is literally a control deck in disguise of a combo deck. Crimson Dragon, probably 2 next format, probably just because Shadows Light. Again, that's the tech, guys, in case you didn't know. Shadows Light, Hot Red, Cosmic Blazer. I think this one, if they do hit Hot Red, this card is insane.
Yes.
Sometimes I prefer to make this, especially when I know that they can make me miss timing. Red Supernova, Nutty against Labyrinth, blowout, complete blowout against. I think Labyrinth is the number 1, and there's another one I can't remember. It's like Mekanko or something.
When your opponent activates a monster effect or declares an attack, banish this, banish everything they control, and then during the end phase, this comes back. Just that.
Stupid.
Just that.
Absolutely stupid. It's like ridiculous. The Chaos Angel gets really, really toxic because you can like Bestial him, you hit him with the Druids, and then you'll hit him with the Banish, and then you'll still have stuff going on. That's not fair. You don't need to play anything but these 2, honestly. You can play Chin Ying. You could play like Desires and try all that kind of. You don't need to do all that. It's not. This deck isn't trying to do what Source Hole is trying to do, but it is kind of. And then the Simplified. This in the Simplified game state, both of these are nuts. Can't say enough about it. So that's all I got. Antman, appreciate you. Where me and Antman talk theory a lot on this deck, and this deck is like low-key the best deck, Gargoyle, Acrite, whatever the hell its actual name is. I call it Acrite. This deck is gas. Shout out to Antman.
Shout out to you, Mr.